Drive this way in good soul. You most likely have heard from the news about Peter Navarro getting arrested, indicted, locked up for his role in January 6th coup d'etat of the United States of America, January 6, 2021. And there have been others who have likewise been arrested, including Mormons from Utah even, not just the one in Idaho, who scaled the Senate walls and works with children, but they are getting charged with sedition. Several of them have pled guilty for sedition and are getting lighter sentences as a result. And I don't know if any of you have heard in the news. You'd most likely have heard it from the liberal press that it came from Attorney General Barr, because when he was in office, one weekend he spoke to a group of prosecutors and brought up that law that had been buried in the law books. I think it's volume 3723 out of 80 billion. But he brought up that law and told the prosecutors in attendance to use that on Black Lives Matter protesters. Of course, so the liberal media is all over that. Oh, this is horrible. Fortunately, none of the prosecutors did that. None of them were arrested and charged with that sedition law. But now, yeah, prosecutors are using that for January 6th. And yeah, it does involve the beam and the mote from the Bible that these seditious, treasonous traitors to America are guilty of violating, as they themselves are religious, and Mormons likewise. And here they are doing the beam and the mote to commit sedition. But where did Barr get this from? Just out of the blue. Where? Well, I have insider information. I'm going to give it to you. All three viewers who are putting thumbs down, who are actually one, like Trinity, who's involved in trying to have me assassinated and is frustrated that I'm not gone yet. It's a Utah document in the federal courts, 220 CV 00633, RICO sedition. Now the guy lost this case. He didn't even get to present it. It was dismissed without even allowing his First Amendment rights. Petition for the government for redress of grievances were supposed to be allowed. And yet, because it was RICO and included sedition, it had to be presented to the Attorney General, which at the time was Barr. And he refused to do criminal prosecution against the defendants in this Utah court federal filing in the civil case. So that's where it comes from. Yeah, it was my case against the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And that's why my current eviction lawsuit is on stay, I guess it's called, because the church is involved. The landlord I tied to the church in those two cases. They are not allowed to sue me because that would be retaliation. And so they've committed crimes in order to defraud the government with this case. And so so, as a result of presenting the evidence, it's now before the Attorney General once again, a different Attorney General, and apparently he's taken a little more seriously. Either that or he's torturing me to starve me to death. I don't have money coming in. That was their whole plot, to get rid of me, and that failed. And so then they went to the YouTube channels, who are one, Borg, trying to have me assassinated, as they lied. And so, yeah, the whole case on hold until the criminal decision. I tried yesterday with the filing that I did Thursday night. Missed getting it in before the close of day. But the new property manager, the law of Utah says on the government website, only owners of the building, only landlords, and the landlord can't sue me, they can't touch me. Nonetheless, they had the property manager sign court documents in violation of the law for the eviction, the second eviction, and got a different lawyer in violation of Utah law. And so their lawyer is also in big trouble for misrepresenting his clients to the court. That's disbarment. It's supposed to be automatic. I won this case. Automatic. Default. And it stayed. So frustrating. But the new property manager on Thursday puts up notification, hey, we're breaching again, doing inspections in your apartment. You have no say in the matter. No, you can't. You have to wait for an order from the court. And since the expedited hearing to avoid the law was signed by a judge, they think that they've got me, but nope. You had the wrong person sign the eviction. It's illegal. So the expedited hearing was also fraudulent, and thus the judge's signature null and void. And apparently the lawyer is not consulting with the terrorist used to make false accusations. And so she's pissed. That's where we stand. I starve to death as I wait for the criminal investigation. But it's taking far longer than Barr. Barr was 2 weeks done. No. This one, over a month. Dear God. So, yeah, and you can see in the news the effect I'm having. That's me, guys.